G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. The one where the missions are longer every single time you play them. So where are we at the moment? Well, we've not moved since our last video, to be honest. So I know I ended it saying I'll meet you at Earth Space Dock, I'll meet you at Earth Space Dock, but I thought as this may be the last video on this series, depending if you guys like it or not, let me know in the comments. Give it a like if you actually think I should keep going with these. I don't mind doing this as a hobby to the Star Citizen. Yeah, I just want to show you guys how involved this game is. I mean, for the moment, Star Citizen is pretty much equip, shoot, go, or equip, do something, go, or drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop, which is kind of like what you're seeing here. But with Star Trek Online, there is a lot more reading involved, and I really mean reading, because everything counts here. The way that you equip the officers, the kits that they have there, everything there. There's so much statistics that a statistician will absolutely go crazy. But as you can imagine, when you're first starting out in the game, you don't know any of this stuff. All you want to do is actually just get in your ship and either transport somewhere, blow something up, try not to get blown up. So it's quite a involved game. Now, if you've done it about, I don't know, 17,000 times, like I probably have over the last, I don't know, 13 years, you get a kind of a knack for it. You're just like, oh, okay, maybe I should actually start paying more attention. And as such, what you're seeing me doing now is just moving some stuff around, because I'm going to sell this stuff afterwards. I don't need it. And yes, you can sell in the game. So yeah, we've got everything equipped in the ship. The ship at the moment is maxed out for what everything I have. And we want to go back to the Sol system, or to Earth, basically, Earth Space Dock. And that's basically how you do it. You just press the M for the map. You select the indicator where you need to go to. In this case, it was highlighted in yellow, so at least we know where we're going. And then you just go off and go that way. But it gives you a good opportunity to also have a look around and see what else is here. Oh, there's another player. So yeah, there's a lot of people playing Star Trek Online. It is very, very cool. No matter what time of the day or night you play it, you'll always find somebody there, which I find really interesting. But also too, there's a lot of other functions in the game. It is well, obviously 13 years plus of game and development. You would expect there to be a few little things here and there. So obviously we've got the map here. You can see where we are at the moment. So we are here, and we can zoom in, which is also quite cool, especially for blind people like myself. Where are we going? We're in the middle of the Orion sector, which is yeah, okay, cool to know. So we've got a little bit of way to go. So I could actually edit this stuff out, of course, but this is the experience, the immersion of the game. Also too, seeing the arse end of your starship is also quite fun. If you do like it, you can rotate the camera around as well. That's no drama there. You can also go exploring other menu items, or when you actually get further in the game, when you end up going to Deep Space Nine or to the Gamma Quadrant or to the Delta Quadrant, you can actually, it does take you a bit of time to get there. Not as much as Star Citizen going from I don't know, Microtech through to Hurston or whatever, but you have enough of a time to get up and just go for a little bit of a walk, stretch your legs. So what are we looking at? We're looking at other items here as well on the menu to see what's really there. And one thing that I do kind of find quite amusing, and you'll probably see it in a few seconds once I actually want to click it open, is that you actually do have in-game mail, which is kind of cool. What you can do is send things to yourself, but you'll see that in a few moments. We also have the ability to transwarp. Unfortunately, I'm not at a level where transwarp is available, and even then there's about an hour cooldown if I remember correctly, but then again, it's been a long time since I've actually used it. But I'll show you guys in a few seconds. Is the bridge available? Oh no, damn it. I can't go on the bridge yet. Okay, I will show you. One of the cool things about this game is that it allows you to actually go to the bridge of your ship. The unfortunate part is it stops you flying, but it is cool to walk around your bridge, and I think some other decks as well they've put in just to make it a little bit more interesting. So that's quite good. Actually, you can spend a lot of time, but this is the mail. So what you can do is you can send things, you can attach things, you can talk to other players in game via mail as well. But one of the interesting, let's call it exploits, is if you have an account and you want to actually send money to yourself, you can actually do that. So in-game credits you can send. So you can have a whole new character and you can give the character, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 credits, and you can go off and do that. Obviously, this is a free-to-play game, so you can obviously go off and actually buy credits as well, from just from Steam. But yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot. And yeah, this is going to take a few seconds to load up, but let's sit back and see what's going to happen, because I didn't think we were that close. But maybe I was wrong. This may take a while to load up. Okay, come on. Oh boy. Okay, this is new. Well, new for me. It might be old. Oh, okay. This is quite cool. So what the game is showing you, I didn't know they did this, is how to get to the Admiral's office and where you need to go. Oh, that's brilliant, because when I first played the game, how the hell would you know where it is? There's Admiral Janeway. Okay. Oh, okay, it dumped me back at the transport area. Interesting. Okay. So let's talk to the transporter chief. Okay, so general information, ships and admiral's office, ranks. Oh, bank, sorry. Okay, personal. Okay, let's go admiral's office. Let's see what that does. Where is Admiral Quinn's office? I think that's where we need to go. They don't. So go down, turn left, turn left, turn left, and go. Okay, so thank you very much. Anything else? No, close that one off. Okay. Ooh. Oh, there's a marker. Oh, this is brilliant. I really wish they had this when the game started 13 years ago. Oh my god. How long I was looking around the space dock for the bloody Admiral's office. Yeah. But then again, you can say the same thing about Star Citizen, to be honest. But okay, Temporal Agent, let's not worry about that now. Ah, here we go. I hope they're talking.
Ah, there you are. It's good to see you in person. I've already filed my report with the Admiral. He's waiting for yours now.
Admiral, what's going to happen to the USS Hellas and her crew?
You've showed exemplary performance under duress. You saved a lot of people, including Captain Taggart. You stood tall against the Borg in combat. That's a lot to face as a cadet on a training cruise, but you handled it all very well. I've said as much in my report.
That's good to know. Didn't exactly answer the question.
Now, more than ever, Starfleet needs its best and brightest officers out there to defend the Federation and uphold the ideals that make it strong. Officers like you. I can't speak for the Admiral, but I believe you and your crew have a bright future ahead.
Thank you, Admiral. That means a lot. Still didn't answer the question.
Don't mention it. For now, duty calls. You have a report to give, and I'll be meeting with the Admiralty to discuss plans for the Vega situation. Take care.
Thank you, Admiral. It's been an honor serving with you. Very Starfleet. Alright, Admiral Quinn is the bloke sitting in the chair next to Captain Janeway, Admiral Janeway. I'm going to get that one out of my head. There we go. Talk to Admiral Quinn. This ought to be fun. Are you going to talk? Okay. Admiral. Let's do this.
We have a lot to discuss, Cadet.
It's Lieutenant, sir.
Yes, I see that here in the report filed by Admiral Janeway. She granted you a field promotion to give you seniority over the rest of the active crew of your ship. As a cadet, you were assigned to an Academy training cruise under Captain Taggart, his acting first officer, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Facing off against a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy? You've had quite a day. In your own words, tell me what happened out there.
Explain to the Admiral what happened.
That's quite the story.
Yes, sir. It's all true.
Don't worry. I have statements here from Admiral Janeway, Captain Nog, and Administrator Post from Vega Colony corroborating your story. All three of them cite your bravery and command skills, as well as you and your crew's willingness to put yourselves in harm's way to preserve the lives of others.
I'm a Starfleet officer, sir. It's all part of the job description.
And you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but I think you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her captain's chair.
Sir?
Under normal circumstances, it would take you years of work to get your own command. But these are not normal circumstances. We're at war with the Klingon Empire. The Borg have returned. I'm losing more trained officers and ships than I can spare. Ships we can build, but leaders with courage and honor? Those are harder to find. It's time to try something different. I need someone who can handle themselves in a crisis and get the best out of their crew. Even though you're young, I think you're that person. I hereby promote you to the rank of lieutenant and give you command of the ship. Don't disappoint me.
Woohoo! Now we've got three options to choose. Do we choose option 1, option 2, or option 3? But I don't know. I'm interested to hear what's going to happen with Vega. So, what's going to happen with Vega? Or is it going to be no? Yeah, I really want to know what's going to happen with Vega.
Unfortunately, Vega is lost. Starfleet Command will meet with Federation President Enoch Okeg and the Federation Council to determine our next steps. For now, Starfleet vessels will patrol the outskirts of the Vega system to ensure no Borg escape. Do you have any further questions?
Well, this kind of doesn't make sense, the second one, but let's see where it goes. No, but I'm sorry for blah,
Captain
blah, blah.
Taggart went through hell, but he's on the road to a full recovery, thanks to you. Don't dwell on the negative. The lives you saved on your ship and at Vega Colony are what matter the most here. Now it's up to you and your crew to continue to honor Starfleet as you carve out your own legacy.
And someone else just appeared.
You will be assigned to the Klingon front. But first, you could use some new equipment for your ship. I have some improved consoles developed by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. These consoles can be installed on your ship to improve its abilities. As you improve in rank, you will earn better consoles. Other ships you will command throughout your career will have space for many more. When you're done here, go see Durr's racks to customize your starship's appearance.
Okay, so what have we received so far? A new phaser beam array, a tactical console, and some battery packs. Okay, now, okay, this has gotten a little bit more interesting. So, now what you have to remember, you've got 13 years of missions and stuff with the Admiral. And at least they've done it this way, because in the past it just used to come on top of each other, on top of each other. Now, if you're new to the game, you have no idea what the hell to expect. You could click all of them, and there's no issue in doing that. But each
We
one
have
is
a
different.
diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Okay, so we do this mission, and this puts us into the first story arc. And the story arc is oh, that's gonna take me a while to figure out where the hell these things are. Oh, there we go. So let's have a look at I think it's overview. Yeah, there are. Is this what I want? I remember there being a different screen. Well, okay, cool. If you have looked at things on the side, the Klingon War, the Romulans, the Cardassians, the Borg, all these things are individual story arcs. In each of them, as I'm scrolling down, these are all the stories. And yeah, there's an absolute shitload here, folks. It's really cool. and they keep adding to them. Obviously, once one is finished, you can't just add to the story. It just makes a little bit, doesn't make sense. But again, keep in mind, folks, 13 years of people wanting more content and content and content, and this is where to go with it. At least it's a lot cleaner than what it was in the past. In the past, it was just popping up mission after mission after mission. You were accepting everything. You didn't know what the hell you were accepting. Also, too, I just came down this way because you can actually talk to a Captain Sulu, but not the one that you guys know from Star Trek, the original series. But again, something to also notice. As I'm running back, I realized that this is also something to show you that you can actually access your mail here at Space Dock as well. So again, quite cool. You can actually do it in different locations around the actual, let's just say, the universe of Star Trek. But what we're more interested in is, well, it's the anniversary. I didn't even pay attention to that. Is getting our ship equipped. Now here is where you've got countless things to actually start and choose from. And remember, this is Star Trek. It goes into the nitty gritties. There's a fleet invite. I'll decline that for the moment. Thank you very much for people who invited me into the fleets. And I've said this before, I don't play it long enough so people can actually get the advantage in the fleet of having me there. So it's not like I want to be a lone wolf, please don't get me wrong, I just can't give the time that everybody would expect for being in a fleet. Same thing goes for other things as well. So at the moment, this is what we received from the Admiral, so I'm just now equipping it to the ship. So as you can see, all my slots are filled. Now I can start boosting the weapons, and as you can see, the aft weapons is the standard, and so I've got level 1, let's call it that. And so there we go, level 1 torpedoes, level 1 phasers on both forward and aft sections. So we're good. We're really good to go. Now, is there anything else we can do here just so I can show you guys as well? I think you can actually change the name of the ship, to be honest. Here you go. So if you didn't like the name of the ship that you chose, you can actually choose another one. You can do that here. You can also change the registration, which is also quite cool, but I'm going to leave it stock standard. Here is all the statistics, all the layouts possible. Some obviously are free, others you can buy. I don't have any there, so there you go. Visuals also kind of works the same way. I don't have any of this stuff yet because no one will, because you're just starting the game. But yeah, it's just very interesting to see that you can do this, and the game has expanded so much since I played at the very beginning. So now what do? As you saw in the inventory, I've got a lot of stuff there. Now this game, you can actually physically spend real world money and buy more inventory space and even more credits and all the other things that go along with it. That's not a problem, you can do that.
I feel so ignored.
You can also come here and play with Q for a little bit. I'm not going to do that because that's going to take you into a completely different saga, but there are special events in game and Q usually appears. They have a uniform supply area, so you can actually buy uniforms, which is quite cool. You've got your personal equipment and your commodities trader. Now, this is also quite, let's just say, a video in itself. But for the moment, let's just show the basics. So here you're wondering, okay, how can I sell this excess stuff? And that's what you can do. You can press the item, doesn't matter where. Now, honestly, everything here is worth nothing. It's just keeping up space in your actual inventory. And space is going to come at a premium very quickly. So let's just sell everything off. We're not going to need any of that stuff. And just to confirm it's all gone, and it is. And I'm sorry for doing that, but I've played Star Citizen for a while. And so you just want to confirm that everything is gone. Now what you can do is you can also buy. As you can see, I made 2,000 energy credits from my last mission. That's what Janeway gave me. But you can buy some stuff as well. You can buy phasers, you can buy everything there. Obviously the stuff you cannot buy is grayed out because you don't have the in-game credits to do so, but it is available. I would strongly suggest not to buy things from the dealers here because you'll end up picking up some stuff along the way. So after that very lovely roll, off we go, and we'll see where we're going to head to next. I'm honestly believing I want to go back to the transporter pad and make my way back to my ship and start this next mission. Even though I said I would take you to the Earth space dock and I could definitely end the video here, I'm not going to. Again, let me know in the comments, folks, if you want me to keep going with the Star Trek saga as a side part to the channel. I will definitely do that. I mean, I'll play the game, why not? But yeah, let's see. Okay, so we've been back to my ship. I've yeah, I love it when you beam back. You end up having like bang, ass of the ship view. So here we go. We're at Earth space dock. Now, what you can do is obviously just fly around a little bit, which I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go for a little fly just to show you that you can fly around here, that you're not parked. Everything else around, all these ships, these are other players, folks. If you've never played the game, there is a lot of players around. Obviously, we weren't worried about that queue thing or whatever was there. I think it's part of the queue event, I hope. But anyway, we're not interested in that. Let's go and do our
My
mission.
friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. A thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
Okay, the voice of Leonard Nimoy there, folks, and also the voice of the computer to tell you how to actually do things. And this is what I was talking about. 13 years of gameplay and everything kind of gets mashed together, even the vocals. So that can be a bit confusing at times. It doesn't occur after you get out of like the lieutenant grade, but when you're first there, oh, it can get annoying at times. But still, they've done it a lot better. I must admit, it was in the past it was just overlapping. It drove you nuts. So this is again just changing the camera view, looking around the ship. You can zoom in, zoom out. It's completely up to you. What else have we got here? Well, Vulcan is very close, so quite interesting actually, considering the cadet mission was let's go to Vulcan, and we ended up even further away. I won't say anything. So, there we go. We've arrived at the Vulcan part, but we haven't arrived at Vulcan yet. So you actually have to go forward a little bit more until you see this on your screen. So let's enter the Vulcan system and see what we're going to have here, folks. I love the cinematics. Oh no! She's not talking! Oh shit, that's right. They didn't talk at the beginning. Am I going to have to read this out? Captain, we've arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the ambassador, and I'm not going to wait for that.
Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Okay. So, let's go board a shuttle. Oh, no wonder I'm getting pushed. There are ships coming right behind me. And also leaving. Yeah, so let's move out the way a little bit, shall we? Oh, I love these. Okay, so obviously, here's a fact for you folks. When you come to a part, just go a little bit forward so you don't get pushed by another starship. Okay, so... Okay, we are ready to land on Vulcan, sir. Okay. I don't even remember leaving the ship. Alright, so there are two anomalies here, but apparently I can't see them. So this is the part which annoys me the most. I mean, I understand the storyline, let's put the shuttlecraft in here. What annoys me even more so is that you can't do anything with it. That's the part that really kills me. So all you can do is just land the shuttle, which is in my view, pointless. I understand it for the story, but come on.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates.
It kind of looks like
Welcome
crash
to Vulcan.
landed.
Please enjoy your stay.
Yeah, that's not right. Before it used to show the shuttle coming in and landing. Okay, Ambassador is waiting for us at the top. Okay, so folks, it appears now that because of these characters that are here, they don't have their voices for the beginning missions, which is quite annoying. But as I mentioned, in Star Trek you have to read a lot. So what I'll do is, I'm not going to read everything out. I'll paraphrase. But feel free to hit the pause button if you guys want to read it. But generally speaking, I'll just kind of leave it up for a few seconds and then click on the response that I actually want to go to. I think that will be best. Otherwise, it will take probably, I don't know, a long time for me to read this all out and then to actually just do what we need to do. So let's have a look. Who do we talk to? Let's talk to the ambassador's aide first. She's the one that contacted us in the ship. Welcome to Vulcan. Okay, I read that out.
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permissions to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most abnormal.
Can this trip wait?
The ambassador has considered going to the council to request that they overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now, he will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Coridan is complete, and that could take weeks.
I wonder why Seven won't grant the ambassador access.
The ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the ambassador's request.
So, my next mission objective is to speak to Seven and actually wonder or explain, identify why he won't let the ambassador get there. So, let us have a look.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
So here we can actually go through and select anything we want. The green indicates the mission, and everything else is just background information. So if I scroll down, there should be a green one. Yep, you can easily just click on that and continue with the mission, but we're not going to do that.
Soketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge.
Okay, so if none of you have ever seen Star Trek,
of the
you will learn what this means now.
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at P'Jem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monk's study of Sirach's words in the Kirshara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be.
So that's a take from
Do
Star
you
Trek
seek knowledge
Enterprise.
of the ancestors? Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kirshara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Yeah.
I neither trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge
So in
of
Star
the
Trek,
ancestors?
they say everything to paint the picture of the story.
Sokath has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. T'Pela admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study, and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. T'Pela says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of P'Jem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on P'Jem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Sokath's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Well, let's start.
I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect P'Jem from harm. Sokath says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its
Of course
sanctity.
I will. Of course I will. I'm a Starfleet officer. You don't have to ask. So, very lovely segue from Star Trek
Welcome to
Enterprise.
Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
I don't like you already. Yeah, let's go through the arc. Come on. Tell me about
P'Jem
P'Jem.
is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on P'Jem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians.
I saw the episode.
It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions?
Let's ask the second one.
My business is my own. If you must know more, I
Ooh.
require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications. So if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly.
That's a very emotional outburst for a Vulcan.
Do you have any questions?
You bet I do. Let's go
How
through
should
this
I
one.
know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
It is. Okay, so folks, we're gonna take this, well, ambassador, let's say it like that, to the shuttlecraft. I don't know about you, but based on the emotional outburst from this bloke, yeah, well, after doing a roll, I'm not exactly too convinced that this guy is actually who he says he is. Call it a hunch. Just usually it's either that or he is going through the Ponfa and he is not feeling all the best at the moment. Which could also be another reason why he wants to go speak to the abbot, I suppose. But yeah. But he's on Vulcan. If he is going through the Ponfa, that there are other Vulcans there, females. So I don't think that should be an issue. Yeah, I'm going with I don't trust this guy. So here we go.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and
That's
prosper.
really nice. Oh, he knew it was going to come. So, this is the most pointless part of the whole mission. All you have to do, you're going to love this. That's it. Oh, Jesus, that's so stupid. Okay, now we're not going to depart the system yet. Let's have a look. What do we got around here? Let's do a scan. There are no anomalies. Jesus, I've learned how to speak English. Alright, so yeah, we can depart now. So you always do a scan, folks, just in case. And we're
Your
gone.
inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy and sell items. Press I to open your inventory.
Oh, that's interesting. And where is the replicator option? Down the bottom. Ah. Okay, so this comes very handy later on in the game. Right now, you ain't gonna do shit with it, but you'll see where this comes to a little bit later. That is, of course, if you still want me to keep going. So where am I going? Pajem, which is near next door. Okay, folks, on this lovely segue, I'm going to end it there for this video. If you want me to keep going, please hit the like button or leave a comment. I can do either one. Thank you very much for watching and talk to you hopefully in the next one.